Okay, now for the part you all have been waiting for. I'm going to show you how to clean the glass in between the glass on this Samsung stove. As you can see, stuff comes down, it goes into these vents and gets in between the glass. You cannot clean that off. It's on the inside. This door has 3 pieces of glass to it, or 3 pieces of glass to it. So we're going to lower the door down. And if you look here on the hinge, this one has Phillips here for the hinge. You don't have to take that off yet. Take you a flathead screwdriver, pull it in there, push that up or back. Do it the same on both sides. Raise it up just a little bit, it's going to stop, which don't worry. You're going to close it again a little more, and then just kind of wiggle it out. And there you are. Don't mess with the hinges. And find you a nice place. You're going to want to find you a nice place to set it down so that you can start disassembling the door to take out the glass. Alright, now that we got it off, we're going to be removing this screw here, 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 and so this top screw here, this top screw here. So let's start with those. These should be fairly long screws. Flip it. These right here are 2 spacers for those long screws. When they go back together, they'll go in like so. Okay, so now we're just going to clean this with soap and water, and we'll be back. Alright, so we're going to let that part dry in the tub. Now this has 3 glasses on it. One on the front of the face of this oven. Then you have this one, and then the one on this door. This one here is held on by 4 screws. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 2 little tabs. And when you take this one apart, these little aluminum pieces will come off the glass. Don't panic. It's what they're supposed to do. You just want to be careful moving it so it does not break or slip out of your hands and break. This one is not getting taken to the tub though, because it has insulation in there and you don't want to mess that insulation up. So when you take it apart, be gentle as you pick it up and pull it out of those little tabs. And then when you pick it up, you can take these slides off. There they come.
Might be easier to do it in the bathtub because
kind of keep them set aside. That way you know which side of the door they went on. So we'll move this one over here. And we're going to clean this one. Alright, so looking further deep into this, there's 4 pieces of glass on this door, this particular model. So in order to get the rest of this apart, I have to remove the hinges. So we're going to have to flip it over. And it looks like each hinge has 3 more screws in it. So let's take them out. Okay, so when you go to pick this up, you want to be careful because I don't know if that's going to completely separate everything. I do know that the hinges will come out. So we'll take this one and set it over here. And this one, set it over here. That way I'm keeping it to where I know which side's on which. And then it looks like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 more little screws to come out. So let's take them out. this piece up. That's what I didn't want to do. So this has two little tabs on top of it. They were bent over. Straighten them up, and that takes that piece out. And set it aside. Now now that we have it apart, we're going to take these two and clean them, and we'll put them back into this little bracket. I did notice that on these, they have letters on them, so you don't want to mix them up with anything else, which they're smaller than that one, so we should be good. Here we go. Alright, now that we got it all cleaned, we're going to put it back together. So we got the one plate there. There we go with the second one. There, goes there, everything down in there. Goes on there like so, and let's bend those tabs back over. That holds it all there. Set this back on there. Make sure you try and get your holes lined up, your insulation out of your way. And then grab your 7 little screws. Kind of get them started. Different corners, different areas. So this one goes back in. To our slider. If you look real quick, when you go to put it back on there, there's a tab that's been up. It keeps it from sliding back and forth, so you don't have to worry, did I get it located correctly?
There's gonna be fingerprints in the middle of that for the rest of our lives. We should Windex it again.
And then just take it, find that little cut right there, slide it in there. And your holes lined up. And that's 1, 2, 3, 4. These 4 here. And get your 3 holes lined up for your hinges. Can't believe they don't have some way for these little tabs to fit in there to stay. You just have to be precise putting it back on. Alright, so we're going back into the stove with it. Take it, line up your hinges to go in the door and the little slots. Once you get it in there, lay it down and flip your locks up. And as you can see, we got all the nasty in between the glass. Stainless steel, one of the hardest ones to keep the cleanest. They do not like to come clean unless you spend a whole lot of hours scrubbing and muscle.
And there you go. Tommy worked miracles and got all of the runs out of the glass between the doors on the stove, and now it's no longer embarrassing. So I probably could have done it myself. I could have done it myself, but I'm a little more nervous about taking things apart because I might forget how I took them apart. Tommy's like, well, we can always refer back to the video and see exactly what we did if we forget along the way. So, but I don't know. He has more experience where this kind of stuff is concerned. So thankful to have him around, and get to knock that off of my goals list for 2024 because I was so sick of looking at it. And I have a casserole going in there if you can see it. But anyway, it's all clean now. So be sure and thank Tommy in the comment section below if you appreciate the effort he put into getting that cleaned between the glass panes on the stove. I'm sure he would appreciate hearing that his effort was not in vain, and it wasn't in vain, because I really appreciate it. Thank you guys for watching, and we will see you on the next video.